A fair is a gathering of people for a variety of entertainment or commercial activities. It is normally of the essence of a fair that it is temporary, with scheduled times lasting from an afternoon to several weeks. Types of fairs. Variations of fairs include street fair, a fair that celebrates the character of a neighborhood. As its name suggests, it is usually held on the main street of a neighborhood. Fete, an elaborate festival, party, or celebration. Festival, an event ordinarily celebrated by community and centering on some characteristic aspect of the community and its religion or traditions. Often marked as a local or national holiday, Mela or Eid. County fair or agricultural show, a public event exhibiting the equipment, animals, sports and recreation associated with agriculture and animal husbandry. State fair, an annual competitive and recreational gathering of U.S. states' population, usually held in late summer or early fall. It is a larger version of a county fair, often including only exhibits or competitors that have won in their categories at the more local county fairs. Trade fair, an exhibition organized so that companies in a specific industry can showcase and demonstrate the latest products and services, study activities of rivals, and examine recent market trends and opportunities. Traveling carnival, usually simply called a carnival, an amusement show made up of amusement rides, food vendors, merchandise vendors, games of chance and skill, thrill acts, and animal acts. Traveling fun fair, a small to medium-sized traveling show primarily composed of stalls and other amusements. History. The Roman fairs were holidays on which there was an intermission of labor and pleadings. In the Roman provinces of Judea and Syria-Palestina, Jewish rabbis prohibited Jews from participating in fairs in certain towns because the religious nature of the fairs contravened the prescribed practices of Judaism. In the Middle Ages, many fairs developed as temporary markets and were especially important for long-distance and international trade, as wholesale traders traveled, sometimes for many days, to fairs where they could be sure to meet those they needed to buy from or sell to. Fairs were usually tied to a special Christian religious occasions, such as the Saint's Day of the local church. Stagshaw in England is documented to have held annual fairs as early as 1293, consisting of the sales of animals, along with the main fair held on the 4th of July. The city also hosted smaller fairs throughout the year where specific types of animals were sold, such as one for horses, one for lambs, and one for ewes. The Kumbh Mela, held every 12 years at Allahabad, Haridwar, Nashik, and Ujjain, is one of the largest fairs in India, where more than 60 million people gathered in January 2001, making it the largest gathering anywhere in the world. Kumbh means a pitcher and Mela means fair in Sanskrit. In the United States, fairs draw in as many as 150 million people each summer. Children's competitions at an American fair range from breeding small animals to robotics, whilst the organization 4-H has become a traditional association. Legacy. Legal implications. Because of the great numbers of people attracted by fairs, they were often the scenes of riots and disturbances, so the privilege of holding a fair was granted by royal charter. At first, they were allowed only in towns and places of strength, or where there was a bishop, sheriff or governor who could keep order. In time, various benefits became attached to certain fairs, such as granting people the protection of a holiday and allowing them freedom from arrest in certain circumstances. The officials were authorized to mete out justice to those who came to the fair. Eventually, even the smallest fair would have had a court to adjudicate on offenses and disputes arising within the fairground, called a pie powder court. In art and language, the chaotic nature of the Stagshaw Bank Fair with masses of people and animals and stalls inspired the Newcastle colloquialism, like a stagey bank fair, to describe a general mess. The American County Fair is featured in E. B. White's Charlotte's Web.